Hello, Merv Doherty, Superintendent of Schools for Chesterfield County. Thanks for joining us again for our Back to School videos. I'm excited to have with us Dot Heffron. She is the school board member for Clover Hill Magisterial District. Dot, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Merv.
So we're just having a conversation, you and I, so the community can understand things that go on in our school district as we're getting back into school August 23rd, as we keep reminding everyone. But I don't think people understand the big responsibilities and all that board members do. It's almost like a full-time job. Why don't you just share the things that you get to do? I get to see you a lot as we're on school, so just share what board members do during a month.
Yeah, well, when we're not having our monthly board meeting, I enjoy being out in our community. I go out in our schools, our Clover Hill District schools. With you, we've gone and had Game Changers where we get to recognize and celebrate our teachers who are making such a difference in our classrooms for our students. I also get an opportunity to interact with our community through civic programs. I've spoken with our Cub Scout troops and Girl Scout troops. It's really fun to be able to interact with the kids again. That's been a great change for us over the past year. And we've been celebrating our graduates this summer. We've had just our summer graduate celebration last week. And wow, we're all over the place all the time, and we really enjoy, getting out into the community and seeing our families and seeing our kids.
Right, and I know you guys do a great job in answering emails, phone calls, because with 63,000 residents and 350,000 people who live in Chesterfield County overall, I know that I get a lot of emails. I know you guys get a lot of emails. I know you do a great job in communication, which is a very big piece of being a school board member.
I deeply appreciate the engagement of the members in our community, and when folks reach out to us, many times I'll see, especially because schools have been in the forefront this recently, but I've seen a really strong increase in the level of engagement from our citizens, and I encourage that, and I appreciate their advocacy and just being really plugged into the schools. It shows how important our schools are to the people of Chesterfield.
Absolutely. So we're coming back to school and a lot of opportunities for our children. You have children in our school system. So from a mom here, not a school board member, what opportunities do you see with our children getting back in the routine of school?
Well, I'm the mom of 3 Chesterfield County Public School students. I have a rising 11th grader, rising 10th grader, and a rising 7th grader. My high school students are at Monacan High School, and both of them are engaged in marching band. They're excited to be among their friends again, back on the field. There's only so much clarinet playing that a mom can take in the house. So I'm glad that they're back out on the field. And my youngest is looking forward to hopefully some intramural sports this fall. We have, it's just great to have the kids get back to school, back to normal, and back among their friends and their teachers in the school buildings where they belong.
Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate those comments. The key is that school is extremely important academically, but kids love to come to school because they're with their friends, they're in clubs, they're in organizations, they're in sports programs, and that's the excitement of learning those social skills. And I'm really looking forward to this coming school year to see our kids engage with each other again.
Absolutely. I tell my kids, I said, my 15-year-old wants to get a job, and I tell him, you have the rest of your life to work. You only have a certain amount of time that you can be in a marching band or a club, and I'm just so glad that our kids can take advantage of these opportunities.
Absolutely, you're so right about that. So let's talk about something that's dear to both of our hearts, and that's the equity of our school district. That all means all. And I'd just like you to share, I know you're passionate about it, as I am, that all of our children, no matter where they're from, the zip codes mean nothing, race means nothing. It's about every child getting those opportunities. And share some things and thoughts on that issue.
Well, in particular, I'm really pleased that that you and the folks on our county have taken the initiative to pull together the bookmobile and the face van. that we're able to bring those services to students who may not otherwise be able to easily access them. I had a great evening out with our friends at Reams Road Elementary. Not only were they celebrating their new building, celebrating the start of the school year, but the FACES van, the Family and Community Engagement van, came out. The principal brought the van out. Snow cones and popcorn and books for everybody. It's events like that, where all of our schools can have an opportunity to engage in something that's maybe seen as an extra or a bonus, that we're able to provide that for those families in that community. I feel very passionately that every child should have at least one book on their shelf, right? And I think that we often forget that there are a lot of children right here in Chesterfield who don't have that resource. So I'm really proud of us for making that a priority. And when we look at, we've expanded the Chester Early Childhood Learning Academy, CECLA. We've brought more opportunities for those families to, in the Chester community, to be able to access early childhood education. And I'm really absolutely thrilled with the work that you've done to open up some seats for those students and to expand that program so that we could have that resource available.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that we miss is, that 3 and 4 year old time is extremely important. And the goal is for that school is our children leaving that they're reading by the time they go into kindergarten, which is very possible for all of our students. When you have an entire school focusing on just 3 and 4 year olds, I think a lot can get done. More resources can be provided. We're providing some additional services at that school. And it also opens up in 12 of our schools additional seats for the growth of our school district as well,
Right.
which is amazing. And you never know, there could be another early childhood center somewhere else, maybe in the Clover Hill district. You never know, there could be an opportunity there.
That would be exciting. I'm telling you, preschool is where you get the most bang for your buck.
I would agree with you 100%. So, I know you're very proud of the Clover Hill school district, in that school district, the magisterial district, that does some phenomenal things. And if you'd like to talk about some of the schools in the Clover Hill district that you see things going on.
I'm really proud of our high school sports teams that our fall sports teams hit some championships this spring, which seems odd to say, but yes. And we're starting up again with our fall sports. We have a really great athletic program. And in particular, we do have a new, as I mentioned, the Reams Road Elementary School is brand new. The facility is fantastic. We're hearing so much positive feedback from the families of the children who go there. And overall in Clover Hill, I think that what we have is a unique community, a diverse community, and we see achievements all across the division.
I would agree with you. Very, very strong schools, strong principals. Swift Creek Elementary School, new principal recently with
That's right.
Dr. Laura Marshall. We're excited for her. And I think, we get to go around, we get to see great instruction. We get to see, we're in events, we get to see not only the sporting events, but the engagement of the community at the sporting events. Yes. And the kids there and the excitement there. So. But Di, I want to thank you for joining us for a couple of minutes to talk about not only Clover Hill, but the school system. We want to thank you for joining us. We have some great opportunities coming up. August 23rd, remember, is the start of school. We look forward to having not only the students, but the parents in the schools. Remember, you're going to have a back to school event. Be ready for that from your principal. Thank you for joining us, and see you on the 23rd.